Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. On this 06 or 09.10.2025. Current time is 06:11 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble Studios, as well as broadcasting, as you can see up here, one on Rumble, one on Locals, one on YouTube, one on Twitch. Nobody on Facebook, but Tony was just there. Tony D. Good morning, Tony D. Good morning to Michael over on X Live, because over on X Live, we have 7 people right now, right out of the gate. And Michael Bathurst is on one of them. I saw your comment, Michael. There it is right there. Let's see. Can you see it? Let me see. Hey, come up. I'm still relearning X, but X Live is up. I got it on the tablet. And Tony D is on the YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch, and I know he's over on the Facebook. Let's bring up the Facebook because he usually puts the smiley salute there. Rich Roberts, though, I'm over there on X. That's my mainstay for these fine social media platforms. Oh, there it is. There's Tony. Okay, we're on X. We're on the Facebook Live, and we're also on Kick. Why? Just for kicks. Do we have anybody over on Kick? We usually have 1 or 2 people. Nobody over there as of yet. But we're on 7 platforms, folks, for the Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning coffee broadcast. And I want to say thank you to Rumble for that. Rumble is great. I'm excited about being here on Rumble. And you know what else I'm excited about this morning? I'm excited that I have a cup of coffee here that tastes freaking great. Oh my God, this is good. Good coffee, good coffee. Good morning, Tina. Tina is in the house too. I'll be posting up the comments here shortly. I don't know why I can't comment. There's how come I can't comment on here? It won't allow me. Maybe I have to sign back in there and stuff. But we have 7 people over on. I wish they would have that number right there, 7. That would be a bossy number. But I'm here getting this day started with a hashtag positive start today, hashtag PSTTD. And I'm glad to have all you folks here, those in the chat, those that are watching, just sitting back. And the people that are watching on the replay, I failed to mention this right in the beginning. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much for being, for watching on the various platforms, as well as listening over there on Spotify for creators, which yesterday I ended up posting up. There's a new program I started, a new broadcast live stream show, if you will. I did Sunday morning, and I did the audio. I repurposed the audio over on Spotify, so I will put it over on Spotify, and that's Hello America, where I get a little sassy and stuff like that. It's sort of like an opinion news. I'll say that it's my opinion after reading some news on what my take is and stuff like that. And I think putting up the audio is good. So it's over on Spotify at Fireman Rich over on Spotify, and we'll be talking about some in the news subjects that I don't necessarily think it's too early to be talking about that stuff, and I don't want to get in a long discussion with the chat. So it's my way of presenting and getting my views out. I am a social media observer, social media enthusiast. I think everybody is that uses social media. So it's just an outlet, and I really appreciate Rumble for providing a very safe place where I can express myself, and I don't have to get any flack from the platform, other platforms. Disposition. I'll keep it at that. I'll keep it clean here. Try and keep this clean. Try not to get on the soapbox and stuff like that. It's because we're all here to have fun, get our day started, positive start to the day. But I feel really good. I was almost going to go on last night. I may be going on tonight, I think, because I have a couple subjects. Actually, I got about 6 or 7 subjects to talk about that are really interesting. They're in the news, and there's some other news. I always say you can always read the garbage news, but this is what is it garbage news? It's not really garbage. It's concerning news. some of it's funny. I had an article. I read an article, and I can say it here about that. It's still getting traction. That um, blowhard of a lady that took the baseball from the father that gave it to the son. I'm seeing memes. Oh man, she's probably one of the most disliked person. I don't like to use the word hate, but disliked person. I just think that was shameful for her, and she's got to live with that for the rest of her life now. He's like, oh, you're the person. I talked about it on the on Hello America. So Hello America, it's on the Fireman Rich broadcast here on Rumble, and it's only on Rumble except the audio. I have repurposed it over on Spotify if you care to listen to it and stuff like that. I think it's worth being over there, and we'll see if I get dinged over there for. I don't think I should. I don't think I could. I'll get dinged here if I was on if I presented this on YouTube or. But I want Rumble to have. I want my Rumble channel to have a unique live stream broadcast. And I think Rumble is a place to put it because Rumble rocks, folks. I'm on 7 platforms here. You see them up here? I'm on every one of those platforms. What other platform could hold a candle to that for free? Okay. It's for free. So there we go. Good morning, Double J's. Double J's is in the house. Double J says, don't think she cares. Same people. I think she does. Well, I don't know if she cares about the kid and stuff. She cares about her own self, Double J's. But good to have you, Double J's. Let's go through the comments here. We got Tony D coming in from on YouTube there. Thank you, Tony. Salute to you. The missus isn't up yet. She's sleeping in. I got to keep quiet. Sleeping in there. And no, Michael. Aaron Rodgers didn't win. He played a good game. The team won. Okay, he can't do it without a team. He did not win. He's part of a team. Don't get me going on that, my friend. Aaron Rodgers. He's the oldest active playing quarterback in the NFL right now. We'll give him that. Let's see. That's just the first game. He played a great game. I think that's my hat's off to him. But he did not win the game. He was part of a team. Remember that. Football is a team sport. And everybody says good morning. I'm going to throw a blanket. Good morning, Tina. She says V, whatever V is. And, there it is. Good morning. You just getting up? Coffee's on. And Tina's saying good morning to Tony. And Tony's saying good morning to Tina. And let's see, we have Michael over on the Good Morning Beautiful Souls. Michael Bathurst from Canada. Good to have you here on the broadcast and in the chat there, Michael Bathurst. Thank you very much. I saw that you were on earlier. I usually watch your replays. I got your picks, so don't worry about that. Your broadcast the day before, last Saturday, I got your picks off your broadcast, so I do watch them, okay? And Double J's we talked to Buffalo Bills. No. Oh, well, let me see. Josh Allen won. Josh Allen won, Michael. Oh, no. Josh Allen's a team player. So the team won, just like with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The freaking team won. Michael. Same old Michael. We love you, though. I got the sum. Yeah, some people don't think she cares. Some people got the. She doesn't have thick skin. She's just a blowhard, Double J's. She's the epitome of a bad person. And of course, Michael, he has a fantasy with Aaron Rodgers and stuff like that. So, that's Michael's thing. So just kidding, Michael, just kidding. And Tina saying hi to Double J's as far as that goes. And Double J's saying hi to Tina. Tony saying hi to Double J's, who's at an undisclosed location in the southern hemisphere, which we will not say. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't want to know. Okay. But Double J's is here, and that's great because he's a good guy. Double J saying good morning to Tony, and Michael saying good morning to Tony on Rumble, and Tina saying good morning. We're just flying with the comments.
The Waltons, but in the morning.
What's that?
It's like the Waltons.
The Waltons, yeah. We're doing the Walton thing. Yeah, the missus just said that. And Baker Mayfield, he won. Okay. So, You know who was amazing is who's the Minnesota Viking quarterback. He looked good. He looked good. We had some good football. We have some good football. I have just before prior to starting. I do have the tallies, and there's a tie between two people on the thing there. So we'll get to that during the football thing, and as far as that goes. Josh Allen is a guy. Now he's a football player. He's a very good football player, and Buffalo loves him. He's not going anywhere. As much as you want him to go somewhere else, he wouldn't be able to play like that somewhere else, Michael.
Well, he's got to stay in Buffalo.
Huh?
He's got to stay in Buffalo.
And the missus says he's got to stay in Buffalo. Everybody here in New York's upstate New York and Western New York, they love Josh Allen. We love Josh. Even the missus, she watched the game. It was great. It was great. So, okay, but we are getting our day started here, and it's good to be here. We got a very active chat. I like that. It's a Wednesday. We're hump day, halfway through the weekend, working towards the weekend, or halfway through the week, working towards the weekend. That is, and Tony, I already got your picks. I got your picks already. I hope I did. Let me check. Yeah, I got your picks. Yeah, I got your picks, Tony. I had your picks before this. You said Eagles, Chiefs, Saints, Dolphins, Raiders, Steelers, Commanders, Panthers, Bengals. Oh, that's for next week. Oh, look at that. You're right out of the gate. Your first one there, my friend. I'm sorry. I should have figured that out. Thank you, Tony. We got your. Let me go ahead and copy those. Michael, if you can give me yours, or else I'll have to. You'll probably want me to watch his broadcast. Michael Bathurst has a very good broadcast. Follow him at MGB or something like that. Just Michael Bathurst. I follow him with Michael Bathurst and stuff like that. He's a good guy. He's up there in Canada, so and we do enjoy him. And Aaron Rodgers, I didn't really watch the whole game. I did watch him, and he can get around. The Jets almost won that game too. They should have won that. I tell you, that game gives me some good feelings about the Jets this season. So anybody could have won that game, and there was quite a few of those games this past weekend. So don't count the Jets out. And Tina says I need to put go ahead and put them in and then DM to me, Tina. And Tony says no, lots of left. This is okay. I got that. Yeah, I got it. I got it down for week 1. And got to have faith in where did I hear that before? We'll see. I think the Jets have a good team. They just gotta. And Keon Coleman, yes, he is the man. He did miss a couple, but he was right there. So we should be talking about this on Tony's broadcast. Bell Kings Fantasy Football. Are you gonna have a broadcast Sunday, Tony? Huh? They played great. Dallas and Steelers did too. Dallas, even though they lost, they played. I think the teams that did lose, there were some close games and stuff like that. This is not a football program, guys. We're getting off track here. That's Tony's department there. He's got the sports program. I don't do the football program. If I'm home, okay. If you're home, yeah, you're busy and stuff. And I'm not going to be. I'm busy Sunday afternoon, so I don't even watch Glick's program on Sundays. I'm busy either watching football or doing. I got some other things I'm doing on Sunday, and stuff like that. So, and all's good. Yeah, Tony, I know that, Tony. You're a good dude. You're a brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster, just like Michael Bathurst. He's a fellow broadcaster and good friend up there, our Canadian friend. Thank you to both of them as far as that goes. They're good dudes and stuff. So we should have fun on that broadcast once it gets going and stuff. Tony has a very important job for the folks that are watching. Tony D, he turns a wrench on a very important aircraft, which is constantly getting upgraded from what I've been hearing, Tony. There's some new models out. There's a new model out that is giving the F-35 a run for its money. From what I've been hearing, I've been hearing something. I still keep track of what's going on in the Air Force there. I still have um, and constantly, yeah, you're constantly working. Yeah, that's a good air. I mean, I'm talking about the F-15. Tony D works on that aircraft, and that's a very good aircraft. Tampa Bay looks better to me. Oh, okay. Well, it's the first game. First, they're always going to. My saying is, and I've said this for the last couple of years here on Tony D's broadcast and live show of Belt Kings Fantasy Football. Don't judge the season by the first game. Wait until about the sixth and seventh game. That's when everything starts settling in and stuff, and starts. You can see who's going to be rising to the top and who's going to be staying in the middle and falling down below. And the Steelers look better. Yeah, they look okay. They look okay. You know, as far as that goes, the Steelers. The one surprise was Minnesota. I watched the last quarter of the replay yesterday during dinner because NFL Network has it, and I didn't really watch any of the game. And that kid from what he was from Michigan, I think, McCarthy or something like that. He's a good quarterback. He's got some spunk in him. I think he's playing catch up after he was injured last year. So, but we'll talk more about sports in the sports section. We're getting started here, and we're getting some daylight outside as far as that goes, as you can see out here. And this shrubbery here, I missed some spots up here. I pruned it last. I got to get I got to get a 24-foot ladder, and I put it up on the side to get up top here, and it's a little precarious. So I got to watch it. I can only get on a ladder if the missus is home, because if I fall, she's home to freaking call 911. I won't fall. Hey, it's Judge Shady Court. Thank you very much. Good morning, ma'am. How are you? Good morning, Rob. Yep, they used to call me Rob in the Air Force. I like that. Judge Shady Court. Follow her on YouTube. That's her handle, Judge Shady Court. She's a great lady. I subscribe to her. She's on there. Subscribe so you get the notifications. And good morning to the family. Good morning to you. And great to have you. And I love your broadcast. I love your spunk. I guess I love. So I popped in the other day. I got notified. I said, "Oh, let me go in." I follow. I thought I was fine. I followed you during that broadcast and stuff like that. So I appreciate you being here, and also the shout outs. Always love the shout outs. So thank you very much for being here, and a great start to your day. And good morning to the missus from Judge Shady Court. Good morning to the missus from Judge Shady Court.
Good morning, Judge.
She says, "Good morning, Judge."
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. She says she knows her way around the court. Wink, wink. And Michael Bathurst is sending unconditional loves from Rumble. Good, you're on Rumble. I tell you, Rumble is great. Rumble is good, and all in fun. Exactly, Judge Shady. Thank you very much. But for the folks that are watching the replay, follow Judge Shady Court over on YouTube. She's a great lady to be following, and she has some great insights. I think it's just like a very good, a very positive live streaming individual that I see as far as that goes. And it's you're just sitting there and listening to her. You're having fun listening to her because she's got a lot of passion in what she talks about, and I respect that very much. And we appreciate the reciprocal visit here and stuff like that. So thank you very much, Judge Shady Court. So we're going to get our day started here. And was it currently we have it's cold out. It's a little bit chilly. Autumn is right around the question. Actually, it's in less than 2 weeks. It starts on the 22nd. It's about 2 more week and a half here. The 22nd of this month it starts. So, and you're welcome, Shady. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you also. Greatly appreciated. Um, let's see. Where's my weather here? Where's my weather? We got currently 47. Or no, it's 48. It went up the degree. Get the, yeah, we got fog out there right now. So it's foggy. We're getting the early fog. And we got a temperature of 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see if I get my weather thing up here. Let's see, I bring this up here real quick. Uh oh, one of the kitty cats is getting in trouble. Let's see, we're at 48 degrees. 48 degrees. Let's see. Okay, there we go. This Surface 3 is really, it's not that great. But we have current temperature 48 degrees Fahrenheit, 8 degrees Celsius, and we're gonna have plenty of sun today. Dense fog is in some valleys. We have fog out there right now. High around 75 degrees. Winds are light and very. It's been great. The frickin' yesterday was great. They're all done with the roof project next door, and the roof looks, oh my god, I'm jealous of the neighbor's roof now. They've got a metal roof. It's like a brownish red, and it looks gorgeous. We're thinking about that, me and the missus, on our house here, because it's been a while since we. But anyway, plenty of sunshine, and we're going to have a great day. I may have to put out the solar panels, or one of the solar panels. Sun will be rising this morning at 6:41 a.m., and that's in about 8 minutes. It's currently 6:33 a.m. 6:41 a.m. The sun will be rising here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and the sun will be setting at 7:25 p.m. 7:25 p.m. So it's getting daylight is getting less and less each day, as far as that goes, folks. So our world times and temperatures as I speak, we have. In Honolulu, Hawaii, at 12:34 a.m., we have 77 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies with a little clearing. Phoenix, Arizona, at 3:34 a.m. currently, clear skies, 82, a cool 82 in Phoenix. That's good. In Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City, at 5:34 a.m., cloudy skies, little clearing, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me see if I get back here. I got to get back here. In New York City, the concrete jungle at 6:34 a.m. At 6:34 a.m. currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York. We're about 3.5 hours up on the southern tier, just in between Binghamton and Elmira. So it takes me 3.5. It's a 3.5 hour drive for me to get to New York City. That gives you an idea where I'm, how far I am upstate. I am. But New York City, the concrete jungle, it's cloudy skies, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see, we have our Jersey girl. Where did, let's see, Tina. What did you gave Tina down there in central New Jersey? We got so many comments. Oh my God. It's freaking great. Tina is letting us know down in central Jersey, it's 69 degrees for the low, or for the high, 58 for the low. Oh, you guys, what was our low? We're going to have a low of high is 75, but what's our low? Okay. So anyway, so that's what it is in New Jersey. Thank you, Tina, for that. And then Tony D, he has given us for down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where he is at. He lives and he works down there at Warner Robins Air Force Base at the depot. And let's see. We have 58 degrees Fahrenheit down there currently, 83 for the high, 57 for the low, and clear skies are down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. And Warner Robins, Georgia is south of Macon, and Macon is south of Atlanta. And I know that because in Macon, Georgia, there was a gentleman. He's no longer on the internet. He's still around, I believe, and that's Bill Elders. Got to give a big shout out to Bill Elders, who he's a real radio DJ. He was down there on the Big X in Macon, Georgia. A great guy. He's still. I think his YouTubes are still up on Bill Elders. Okay, check out. Just search for Bill Elders, and I think you'll still see some of his. He's got. God, the guy was great. He was great as far as doing his YouTubes. It's very funny, sort of that Abbott and Costello type humor, and a good guy, good radio entity. And I'm a better person for knowing him. He's a great person, and I'd say God bless to you, Bill, wherever you are here down there. I think he's down in Macon somewhere there. And he's the one that got me started doing the Mixcloud years back, and had fun doing it. He really motivated me to do that as far as that goes. So I really appreciate that, Bill Elders, a great guy. Let's see, going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to London, England at 11:38 a.m. We have cloudy skies in London, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And down in Milan, Italy, for those English-speaking people. Like, I speak a lot of Italian. I lived there for 7 years total, man. Italy is just rocks. I love northern Italy. Um, in Milan, Italia, 12:38 p.m. Mangia, mangia, mangia. It's lunchtime still in Milan. It's cloudy skies with a little sun peeking through. 66 degrees Fahrenheit in Milan. Beautiful city, Milan is. And Double J's, who is from the country of India, that's his home country. In New Delhi at 4:08 p.m., cloudy skies with a little sun, 91 degrees Fahrenheit there in New Delhi. That's a little bit warm still, but that's India. And down southeast on the coast there in Mumbai, India at 4:09 p.m., cloudy skies also with a little sun, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's the temperatures and times in the great country of India. And in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia at 6:39 p.m., sunny and clear, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Tokyo, Japan at 7:39 p.m. in the early evening. Cloudy skies with a little clearing in Tokyo, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent of Australia, great country of Australia, great friends and allies to the United States, Australia is, and we do appreciate it. In Melbourne at 8:39 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies, 82. And in Sydney, Australia at 8:39 p.m. also, it's raining in Sydney and 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Love the people from Australia. Love the people from Australia. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? I got to reset that. We do have a thought for the day, and this thought for the day is from a gentleman. A gentleman named Confucius. Confucius. He was born Kong Quinn, was a Chinese philosopher. You know the guy. He just gives, a lot of his quotes are in Chinese. The cookies there. Um, my grandfather loved those with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. When we would go to a Chinese restaurant down there in Brooklyn, when I'd visit down there during the summer in the 60s, he loved the Chinese restaurants in Chinatown. And Chinatown was a happening place down there in New York City. Let's see. But a philosopher of the spring and autumn period, who is traditionally considered the pagan of Chinese sages. Much of the shared culture, heritage, and originates in the philosophy and teachings of Confucius. So he was a teacher too, a Chinese philosopher. And we have a quote from him. and it's got to date back a ways, but the will to win, the desire, let's start over again. Start over again. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. I'm always one that throughout my life I strive to personal excellence. I try to set my goal to be as excellent of a person as I can, and we need, and part of that is motivating other people to be reach their potential of being excellent. So the will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. That's self-explanatory, but the quote from Confucius means the initial qualities and determination, will to win, ambition, desire to succeed, and self accusation, urge to reach full potential, are the essential inner drivers that enable a person to achieve the highest level of personal achievement and growth. Sometimes people just say, "Oh, I don't need that crap." No, you have to try and be the best person you can, and trying to be as excellent in what you do is 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 what we should all strive for. That's just my opinion, okay, folks. If you want to be a bump on the log, be a bump, be the best bump on the log, okay. Try and be excellent in that aspect. But um, as far as that goes, it suggests that the true personal excellence is not just a passive outcome. So being a bump on the log, you can't really be excellent being a bump on the log. But it's an active pursuit fueled by the fundamental motivations, and those motivations are within that quote. So we thank Confucius. We say God bless and Godspeed. And let's see, what do we have for quotes? Or we have anything? Let's see. Judge Shady says freezing here in the DMV. Okay, turn up the heat. Okay, Shady. Stay warm. Stay warm. And Tim Fan 40, yo yo, haven't seen you in a while. Coming in from the Michigan, our resident contractor. Glad to have you here. Um, Tina, I put weather in early but lost. Oh, no problem, Tina. That's okay. I've got it. No problem. And fur babies. Oh, did one of the cats go by? I didn't get too involved in this. And yeah, we have 5 cats, Judge Shady. We have 5 cats. We had 6. We lost Calvin a couple years ago. We had Max, who was our dog few years back than that. And Max, I love Max. Max was a great dog. I can't have another. But we had just Jack, and then the missus rescued Lucy, who had 4 kittens. So that gave us 6 cats. Calvin, we lost him a couple years ago, and we miss Calvin too. Calvin was a baby Huey of the litter, but we rescued them. They were only supposed to stay here for a week, and we were going to go take them to the shelter. They stayed here. After a week, I said they're part of the family, and they've been a part of the family ever since. So you'll see Jack. Jack is still sacked out. I don't know where Jack is. Bug is over there in the missus's chair in the dining room. She likes sleeping in the chair. It's funny how they have habits. They have their distinct habits and stuff like that. Captain Rehab, our good friend from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Good morning. Captain Rehab says good morning to the missus. She's out there. Good morning to the missus.
Good morning. Who's that?
Captain.
Morning, Captain Rehab.
There we go. And Captain saying hi to Auntie Tina. The Chinese cookies, yeah, the Chinese cookies. My grandfather, when we go to, I'm one of the special moments I had as a kid. There was a couple times he took me down to Chinatown in New York City because I would, as a kid, I spent summers down in Brooklyn on Avenue Ave, down there by Rockaway Boulevard, and I hated it. But I like going traveling into the city with them. Well, we were in the city technically, Brooklyn, but we go into Manhattan or wherever. I forget where the Chinese Chinatown was, but he loved going there. He was fascinated with the culture, and he at the end of the dinner he'd have a scoop of they would oh this the Chinese restaurant we go to pretty authentic too. He would always have a scoop of vanilla ice cream with a Chinese cookie, fortune cookie. That was it was like he loved that. Tina saying hi to her nephew, Captain Rehab, and uh, Tina says, yes, keys. Okay. Tina says, no, I want Chinese food. Yeah, Chinese food sounds pretty good. And Judge Shady says, agreed. And Tina says, I'm eating God knows what's in this hospital. Okay. And Tina says, wow, Rich, way behind in the chat. Yeah, I'm behind in the chat. I'm sorry. But as far as Judge Shady court there, it probably catches up with her because I know for past experience, Judge Shady, just so you know, the chat is a little bit delayed for YouTube as far as that goes. So Judge Shady smiling and Judge Shady saying the Captain Rehab, love it. She loves it there. And Judge Shady's laughing. She's having a good time. I'm glad you're having a good time here this morning. That's all it's about. Wake up, think positive, because we may face some crap later on today, folks. Okay, and that's been my things for years. I think I more so now that I was out of the service and doing this morning this live streaming thing. I've been doing this for over 15 years. It gets me positive. It gets me positive, going positively in the morning and stuff, and that's always a good thing. Because when the shit hits the fan, it's sort of like having a cold. I take a lot of vitamin C. I still get the cold, but I don't get the full effect. It still lingers and stuff. And the same thing with the positivity as far as that goes. So that was our thought for the day. And yep, amen to that. Thank you. Yes, Judge Shady. Amen. Let's see. Our national day today. Let's see what's on the national docket today. Our national day as far as that goes. Let's see. National. This will probably be better, quicker. Okay, here it is. It came up on the Surface 3. And let's see. Oh, and Captain Rehab, you giving me your okay, let me get that. That's for this next week then. Okay, very good. Thank you. We got Tony's and Captain Rehab's. If Michael's still there, it'd be great getting yours, Michael, but you're going to make me watch your broadcast, I think. What I do is I take those and I put them in a note, and then I can plug them in later here. Okay. Thank you, Captain Rehab. Our National Day for September 11th, we got National School Picture Days. Do you remember the school picture days? I hated that day. I remember they were okay in grade school. It's like, okay, yeah. I got to junior high. I was on the basketball team on junior. I got it in the suit, and I hated that. I just did not like it. Let's see. Oh, that's for September 11th. We don't want that for September 11th. That's one for September 11th. That's for tomorrow. Tomorrow's September 11th. Very important day. Tomorrow to remember. No, I was a day ahead. We got National Swap Ideas. I don't know. This is a good one. We're going to go with this one. National TV Dinner. Do you remember the TV dinners in the tin? You couldn't they didn't have microwaves, but they were in a tin container and stuff like that. Exactly, Captain Rehab. Hashtag never forget. That's tomorrow. I guess that was a reminder. So I'll be doing the audio podcast tomorrow, and on Spotify for creators. So we may talk a little bit about it as far as what that day means. I still remember it like it was yesterday. It was a clear day, and I was working at IBM at that time. I was in Building 41 on the second floor, working for a gentleman named Joe Massar. Great manager. God bless him. And when it happened, I still can't believe what happened, because I'm looking around. I was in the electrical test area. I was working at doing some raw boards testing for that would go into servers and all that stuff like that, circuit boards. And I'm looking around. There's nobody in the test area. And then I look down the hallway, and they're all congregating by the break room. And I got down there, and that's when I looked, and the second tower was being hit. And I'm like, "Is that a movie?" And I'm like, I was saying to my first, I was like, I couldn't comprehend it at first, and it's still hard to believe. Um, Captain Reset, I have a short video that commemorates that was put together by Lockheed Martin. I can send it. Okay, that would be cool. Yeah, yeah. I think I know that. I think I know that video. I think I've seen that video, Captain Rehab. And the smoke came as far up as Terrytown, and that's about a good 20, 30 minutes on the it's the Terrytown Bridge, which is now the Memorial Como Mario Como Bridge, Memorial Bridge, or something like that. I still call it the Tappan Zee. Tappan Zee. I'm sorry. I keep on calling it Terrytown because I know where Terrytown is. It's on the west side of the Hudson River there on the Tappan Zee Bridge. We used to always cross that going down to New York City. So the smoke came that far. Yeah, that was a sad day as far as that goes. It worst day, I think, as far as that goes. And Tina, she got her comments. Okay, you know what? I gotta check something here on these on the football picks here. I've got Tina's. Okay, that's good. This is working out quite well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Tony, you're missing two teams. And Tina, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Tony, you're missing two teams. Captain Rehab and Tina, they've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, there's 16 games. Tony, you only got 14 picks. You're missing two. Figure it out, or else I'll figure it out. That's mine, Rich. I agree with nephew. Yes, okay. And Tony, Tony. Tony, figure it out. You only got 14 picks. I did the math. The math doesn't lie. Okay, so the national day today, of course, tomorrow will be 9/11 and stuff. But today is going to be hashtag National TV Dinner. National TV Dinner observes annually on September 10th. In 1953, C.A. Swanson and Sons changed the prepackaged meal business forever, introducing the TV dinner, revolutionizing the frozen food. And one of the things, if you get the History Channel, there's a series called Food That Made America Great, and the TV dinner made America great, okay? I remember having my share of TV dinners. The turkey dinner was always the favorite as far as that goes. And Tina says, yo, mine was fried chicken. Okay, the missus liked the fried chicken. I like the meatloaf. Meatloaf for me was the best. I liked it. I liked the turkey. It seemed like we always got turkey, but I really loved the meatloaf. I've always loved meat. My mother made a great meatloaf back in the day when I was a kid growing up. In 1962, Swanson's stopped using the name TV dinner. However, in the United States, the term remains synonymous with any prepackaged dinner purchased, frozen from the store, and heated. The first Swanson TV dinner consisted of a Thanksgiving meal of Thanksgiving, cornbread, dressing, peas, and sweet potatoes. Originally, Swanson made the tray of aluminum. They spread each food item in individual compartments. At home, the cook heated the dinner in the oven, not the microwave. You didn't put in a metal container. Then they went to plastic. The cooking was usually about 25 minutes, and you had to be there, because if you went past that 25 minutes, it got burnt. As far as that goes, let me check the comments. And today, nearly all frozen food trays can be cooked in the microwave or a conventional conventional oven as far as that goes. So when Swanson first sold the TV dinner, the prices for them was 98 cents. The missus is laughing. Yeah, 98 cents. That, let's see. In the first year, production estimated reached 5,000 dinners. To the surprise, Swanson far exceeded the amount. The first year, they sold 10 million of them. So it was a big hit. It was a big hit. And okay, Captain Rehab, thank you. And let's see, I get that. Let's see on the whisper. Okay, thank you, Captain Rehab. I'll post that tomorrow on my X feed after I watch it here. Okay, let's see. So that's our national day. Our national day, and so that was pretty. That's a pretty good national day. Tomorrow, though, will be 9/11, and will be a remembering day. It's the modern version of Pearl Harbor, in my opinion. I like studying history, and Pearl Harbor, where I visited twice, a very solemn place to be at. Um, Knowing what happened there, um, there was a lot of people that were killed during that during December 7th, and 9/11 is was no different as far as that goes. It was just a tragedy of immense scales that burns in burns in my soul. At least I know it's just it's hard to think that happened. I would have never something like that happening. We have some natural disasters and stuff like that. This is just 9/11 tomorrow. It's just a remembrance of those who have fallen. We shall never forget. We shall never forget, as far as that goes. And because there's history that there's people out there oh, we don't need to, that's just past here. We don't need to be concerned. We need to be concerned because it teaches us to this day how we should be. What is that? That's the washer. I'm hearing this. I'm thinking I'm hearing a helicopter up. It's still foggy out. It's foggy out. Okay, let's get to. Let's see. Tomorrow or yesterday, I did do the Fireman Rich, the Fireman Rich, or no, not the Fireman, the Tioga Radio Show over on Mixcloud, mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. I updated the links over there on there too, and we had that. Let's see, what do we have for our list of songs yesterday? Let's see. Let's check the. We had Gun with Better Days, Tears for Fear. This is one of their newest ones out. It's been out for a couple years though, but Tears for Fear with Break the Man, Nickelback with San Quentin, Meatloaf with a classic called Paradise, Van Halen with Unchained, Status Quo with Rockin' All Over the World, Lenny Kravitz. God, I love Lenny. He's a great guy. Are You Gonna Go My Way? And then the one of the Queen classics, One Vision. And that's a good lineup there. I had fun doing that yesterday. So that's over. The link is posted on my X page at Fireman Rich, as well as all those other fine social media platforms. So just Google at Fireman Rich. I always like doing that. And I always think of Bill Elder, who got me into doing that and stuff like that. We've been doing that for quite a few years now. We're on our 276th broadcast over on that platform, and the format stayed the same. I 8 songs and that's it. 8 songs, play 4 in the I do a song, talk a little bit, do 3 songs, intermission, give a little rock history, and then 4 songs after that. So yesterday's broadcast lasted about 46 minutes, and it's fun. I like doing it. I pretend to be a hashtag want to be radio DJ and stuff like that. So I've always loved radio, and I've told the story many times how my first piece of technology was my grandfather gave me an AM radio with the little earbuds. I think it was an AM FM. Nothing, back in the 60s, nothing was on FM. Everything was on AM. That was the happening frequency. It was AM, and then they switched over to FM. But I love listening to that radio. It was just I was listening to the rate. Actually, I listened to the WEB or one of WEBO's channels, 95.3. It's a rock channel out of Towanda, Pennsylvania, and I got the earbuds in. The earbuds, these things right here. I listen to it on the radio when I'm prepping for the show and stuff, but it's on my phone. It's like it's reminiscing of the old radio, the AM FM radio and stuff. I love radio. Radio is fantastic. Um, okay, so let's see. We got 100 years ago. Let's go ahead and see what is happening over on Fox 40 for 100 years ago, as of September 8th, which is this past Monday, or the other day. 2 days ago, Monday. So let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's see. We got to get rid of this, and we go to present. We got 100 years ago. There she is. We got the young lady back. I can't think of her name, but she's back presenting it here. Let's go ahead and bring this up. And we'll do 100 years ago as of September 8th. And let's see what Roger Luther has to say. Full disclosure, I have no association with Fox 40. We're just seeing what happened 100 years ago here in the southern tier of upstate New York.
We're taking a look back on the news that made headlines in Broome County 100 years ago today. Delivering that news for us now is Broome County historian Roger Luther, brought to you by UHS.
100 years ago today, more than 100,000 people attended the 125th anniversary celebration and the dedication of Binghamton's new Memorial Bridge yesterday. It was the biggest celebration in this city's history. The public parks and bathing pavilions in the rivers were officially closed for the season today. Work on the new Christopher Columbus School being built at Fayette and Holly Streets is ahead of schedule. The building will be fully enclosed before winter arrives. And finally, late today, a large truck drove into town carrying a muddy, dented Army tank. The tank was to be in the parade yesterday, but had an accident on the way here. While crossing a bridge near Deposit, the truck carrying the tank broke through the bridge flooring. Tank then fell off the truck, crashed through the railing, and fell into the creek. That was the news, September 8th, 1925.
The tank had an accident. A large truck drove into town carrying a muddy, dented Army tank. The tank was to be in the parade. Now you got to remember, 100 years ago, that was Binghamton. The city of Binghamton's in Broome County, which is about a 30-minute drive east of where I'm at here in Tioga County, and I'm about 30-minute drive to Elmira, so I'm right in the middle. But over there in Binghamton, 100 years ago, that was their 125th anniversary. So yesterday was the 225th anniversary to mark that day. And the bridge is still there. I don't think they had a parade yesterday. I didn't see anything in the news. We'll see if there's anything in the news. We're going to be looking at some other TV and radio stations here in the Southern Tier on their web pages. Full disclosure, I have no affiliation with any of them. We're just reading to see what local events here that I can share with my viewers here on the Wednesday morning coffee broadcast, to give them an idea what it's what my neck of the woods looks like. It feels like here in the Southern Tier of upstate New York. So they had the bridge commemorated on the 125th anniversary. So that bridge is 100 years old now, and it still stands. The public parks and bathing pavilions, they had those officially closed. So the summer's over basically. And then the tank, the tank then fell off the truck and crashed to put salt in the wound through the railing. It fell into the creek. So, okay, Tina, ciao. And so that's what it's like 100 years ago, as far as that goes. And um, that's funny. That is funny as far as that goes. It was probably a pretty serious thing. So a tank back in 1925, it's probably a big old lug of a machine there and stuff like that. Because that's right after World War One. So the tanks didn't really. They started looking like the modern day tank now, I guess, as far as that goes. So that's 100 years ago. With Roger Luther, who's a great guy. He's a historian for the Broome County. Um, he's the Broome County's historian. In other history, if I can bring it up here on my um, slower than dirt Surface 3. Let's see if I can bring it up. Okay, there it is. Let's see. We have. What do we have here? This is a different format. What'd they do? Change the format on me here? Mickey Mantle on this day in 1960 hit baseball's longest home run, an estimated 643 feet. And I remember as a kid, we had what is it? Mickey Mantle cards. He always got a bunch of Mickey Mantle cards. We used to use them. Those we had the most of those, so that's what we used to put in our spokes to pretend we had an engine. I wish I had those Mickey Mantle cards today. Each one is probably worth a fortune now, as far as that goes. But as a young kid back in the early '60s, didn't know what we were doing. Let's see, AP. I'm just trying to cue something up here, folks. It goes a little bit quicker on my desktop than it does the Surface 3. It was on this day. Let's see, in 1846, Eli's Howe received a patent for the sewing machine. So the sewing machine was invented back in 1846. 1960. I don't remember this, but I know the history of it because I'm an avid runner. I did a lot of running back in my younger day. Running barefoot, Abibi Beki of Ethiopia won the Olympic marathon in Rome, becoming the first African to win an Olympic gold. He won that he wore run in his bare feet. I don't know if he started, but I know this. The story is he finished in his bare feet. A great African runner. Let's see. It was in 1979. No, we won't. We won't do that one. I don't like that one. Oh, this is the one I want. In 1987, Pope John Paul II, God bless him, Godspeed, sir, one of my favorite popes, arrived in Miami, where he was welcomed by President Ronald Reagan and First Lady Nancy Reagan as he began a 10-day tour in the United States. A great pope. And let's see, what else do we have here? It was in 2008 that Large Hadron Collider at the European Organization of Nuclear Research, CERN, was powered up for the first time, successfully firing the first beam of protons through a 17-mile long underground ring tunnel. And there's a lot of science that comes out of that. And I guess it was on this day in 2022, which is what, 3 years ago? Is that really history? 3 years ago? King Charles III was officially proclaimed Britain's monarch in a pomp-filled ceremony 2 days after the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Loved Queen Elizabeth II. I'm not much of a fan of King Charles, though. I'll be glad when his son takes over as a king. I'm not a King Charles fan as far as that goes. I don't think he really has. He's the king of England, but I think he's a king that doesn't really have the people's best interest right now. I think I'm not a fan of his at all. Okay, let's see. So that's that. We're going to come back and look at some news items here. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Where are we at? We got an excellent broadcast according to Twitch, running on all cylinders. That's good. 5,877 kbs. Excellent. That's good. Okay. And we're still holding with 8 people on X Live. Over on Kick, let's check. Do we have anybody over on Kick yet? We have 1 person on Kick. Thank you very much, Kick. And on the other broadcast, as you can see, we have 1 person on Rumble, 1 person on Locals, 1 person on YouTube, 3 people on Twitch, Facebook. Nobody on Facebook. That number does work, but these 2 don't. Twitch and Kick, and their comments do not come in on the Rumble Studio interface here. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, folks. And what happened here? Let me rewind this. Got to refresh my coffee. I got to refresh my coffee. I'm going to do a Hal Masa thing. That's where Tina went. Let's see if I can do this right. That's it. Time for more coffee. Hal Masa, he's over on Twitch. He does that. He has a saying every day. So it's Jack went to the bathroom.
Yeah, he hasn't eaten, so Bug snuck up here and ate his
Oh, okay.
But she needs nothing till lunch.
Okay. He had a little bit. No, he didn't eat at all. He's not hungry then.
No, he's bugging for something.
Yeah, he wants the special food. And Jack is a little finicky. The other cats don't like it, but Jack gets this soft food that's kept in the refrigerator, and he loves that stuff and stuff like that. He was so he gets into everything. He gets into trouble. He thinks he's still a dog. Okay, folks, we're going to go ahead and take a little break here, and we will be right back as far as that goes, and continue on with the second half of the broadcast. And I just got to refresh my coffee cup. So we will be right back, folks. are back. We are back here for the Wednesday morning coffee for 09.10.2025 at Rumble video broadcast. Current time is 07:18 a.m. I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich over there on X. That's my mainstay for being on these social media platforms. I'm on a host of others. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where they're at. And there's plenty of them and stuff. I consider myself like a social media enthusiast. Social media. I forgot what's on my thing. It's yeah, post on social media and have fun. Posts are my own. Social media observer, social media enthusiast. That's the thing. That's the tag right there. I do enjoy being on social media. I try and keep it positive, I guess, when I'm on social media. I do have my moments as far as the concerns about certain subjects and stuff like that. But for the most part, I do. It's good to be connected. Not totally connected. I can, I haven't done it of late. I think it was a couple when I was still working. There'd be like 30 days I'd stay away from social media and stuff. I'm not. I can. It's just that I had other things I had to do, or something came up, issues, real time issues and stuff like that. But I do enjoy being here, as far as that goes, doing this. We have our second cup of coffee here. That is Jack. He's the oldest of the 5 cats that we have. He's a little finicky. He didn't eat this morning. How you doing, Jack? You looking out there for the kitty cats? Huh? Oh, you giving me kissies, huh? Okay. Yeah, okay. Good morning to you. He just got done drinking water, but he didn't eat this morning. So he's not hungry. He's finicky. He likes the high end food, I guess you could say. Okay, so but we are back, and it's still foggy out. It's going to be foggy out here probably foggy out when I take my walk this morning, and as far as that goes, and so we're going to go ahead and we're going to check the news items here on the interwebs. And again, full disclosure, I have no affiliation whatsoever for these web pages that we're seeing, the news entities. And they're primarily, well, we already seen one from Fox 40. Sometimes I show stuff from WEBO's webpage. That's the radio station here in Owego, New York. WNBF, that's a Binghamton radio station. WBNG, that's Channel 12's, the local CBS affiliate. Channel 34. WAAL, that's a rock channel here over there in Binghamton. WENY, that's out there in Elmira, just to the west of us. That's a TV station. Channel 18 News, another Elmira channel. Penny Saver, WKGB 92.5. It's a rock channel out of Binghamton. And there's a couple pages from Buffalo. I have no association with them. That's a full disclosure on that. I do that just to make sure people say I don't work for these. I read their articles. I have an opinion of them. For the morning coffee broadcast, though, the purpose is to give you an idea what the community that I live in here on this Broome County or Tioga County and the surrounding counties, which makes up part of the southern tier of upstate New York. Okay, let's see on Fox. Let's see what we got here. See if there's. I'm curious to see if there's anything on the anniversary. Let's see. Discussion held about. Okay, there was a serious accident here. There was a serious accident that took place here this past weekend. And we were, when was that? We were just waking up to it. Maybe it was Monday morning. Well, they'll talk about it. Yeah, it was Monday morning. It was a two-car accident, but it was a very serious accident. 17 is runs through Tioga County, and it's Interstate 86. But there was two people that passed away, and that's. I'm going to go ahead and play this because it gives an idea. This is this road. I remember when 17 was first constructed through Tioga County. I lived in I grew up in Appalachian, New York, um, and here in Tioga County, and we used to cross where they were building it to go into the Susquehanna because we would fish in on the banks of the Susquehanna River there in Appalachian, and uh, when they first opened it, it was like hardly anybody was on it. Now everybody and their brother is on it. It's almost busier than the Route 90 interstate. So let's go ahead and this is a serious accident. So I'm just going to present it to see because I haven't seen this at all. So let's go ahead and see what this they have to say about it.
Have identified the two people killed in yesterday morning's crash on Route 17. 45-year-old Frank G. Dempere of Reading, Pennsylvania, and 45-year-old Elise Carlos of Newark, New Jersey, were killed when a tractor-trailer rear-ended the car that they were a passenger in. It happened around 4:30 in the morning on Monday, Route 17, between exits 61 and 62. The tractor-trailer driver was not injured. The investigation is on.
So the accident is ongoing, and you can see right there that the truck went off the road. This is 17 right here with the state trooper. The road was this was the eastbound, and it was tied up for quite a few hours because the state police, when there's a death on the state highway, they close the highway down to investigate it and get all the details and stuff like that. So this truck rear-ended a car, and the two people that were in the car perished because of it. It's a serious accident. Two people died, and this is one of the reasons why I'm not a firefighter anymore in my local fire department, because a lot of the responses are medical responses, which I don't really. Well, back in the day, I could handle them. There's been some incidents there. I can't take this anymore. Even though I'm more than capable of doing it, but it just you just get worn down on it and stuff. But the other thing is going out on car accidents on a road such as this. That if you're out there, this is almost more serious, and they have the road completely blocked off, so they're all safe there and stuff like that. But initially, when you go down a car accident, especially on Route 17, it can be very dangerous, very dangerous. So I appreciate the emergency services and law enforcement that do respond to these type of calls, and as far as that goes. So as far as the driver evidently bumped into the back of the car, causing the car to spin out, and the two passengers passed away, but he was able to walk away. So these truck drivers, I'm starting to feel the same way the missus is I don't really care for the truck drivers that are on the road right now, because they could be dangerous. They're a large vehicle that just a couple inches could send your car flying off into the medium and crashing and possibly killing you and stuff like that. So, there are dangers all around on the road. So please drive safe and drive cautiously. Defensive driving, that's what it is. You have to do defensive driving. Let's see, what else do we have here? Talked about the fatal crash again. I know this is a different crash. Okay, that was down in Sayre. And Double J says, yeah, high speed crashes are they're fatal. Truck driver, he was able. No, that truck, the speed on that truck, that traffic there is the speed limit 65 miles an hour. Okay, let's see, 65 miles per hour. and we're talking 104 kilometers per hour. Okay. I can guarantee you that that truck was probably traveling close to 75 miles an hour, 10 miles over the speed limit. Because the average, I mean, I travel that road, and the average speed limit when I'm on that road is between 70 and between, I would say between 70 and 75 most of the time, but it can be 80. It can go up. There's people that go 75 to 80 miles per hour, so it is dangerous. So the truck driver goes to court. If the investigation shows it's a rear end double J's, that right there indicates it's going to be his fault. Rear-ended, if you rear-end a car because you have it's going to be his fault. It's not the people in front. They said that the truck came up behind and hit it. So the truck driver wasn't aware of the vehicle. It could have been foggy out. It was Monday morning. It was heavy fog, like there is, and that stretch of road. It's always throughout Tioga County right now. The fog is out there. I can guarantee you. You travel. So the fog probably had a factor in the accident, but the truck driver is still responsible because it's a rear end, more than likely. I don't know for sure. We'll do a follow up if that's the case. I think. Hey, most accidents, if they're a rear end collision, it's that person's fault, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, the missus has a little background on that, so I just.
Too closely.
What's that?
They'll get charged if nothing else with following too closely.
Following too closely. Okay, he'll probably be charged with following too closely, and
But
But I was just thinking the fog. There was a alert on the fog that morning too.
Yeah, it's been foggy in the morning.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering.
If it's dense, it's hard to see any car light, any tail light. So, but still.
So he won't do any jail time.
I don't know.
No, we don't know.
Depends on what he's charged with.
Yeah, it depends on how he's charged in court.
If he have drugs or.
Yeah, he's going to go to court.
We heard one in custody, but we haven't heard any charges.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
did you?
Well, I don't know if it had. Okay. It was around the time they were.
Oh, okay, the accident.
Yeah, it was before they wrapped up, but it doesn't mean that was that guy.
Because the missus, I was doing the broadcast. She was listening to this on the radio and stuff like that. So, she's knowledgeable on the charging bit. He will be charged with following too closely, more than likely, and he will go to court. Yes, all those accidents on the road. That's an automatic go to court. It's not one of the. If it's a minor accident, that's when the two parties exchange and stuff like that, and there's a cop. But something like this is.
I mean, he could be charged with vehicular homicide.
Vehicular homicide.
Depends on the circumstances.
Yeah.
And what the DA wants to do.
And what the DA, our DA here is
whether the guy was high or drunk or.
Yeah, they have to check all aspects there, and what's the legal process, and that's pretty much the legal process. Oh, the missus was pranking the truck driver. No, don't even go there, Captain Rehab. No, no, I don't even want to mention it. No, that's crossing a little bit of a line there, Captain Rehab. Just to let you know, okay? I don't joke about accidents when there's deaths. No. Okay, I'm not gonna.
Where I worked, we had drunk truck drivers that couldn't follow the signs.
So he will be prosecuted and stuff like that. So oh shit, I put it up there. Damn it. No, I don't want to. You got to understand. By you putting that out there, that some troll will say, "Oh, he's broadcasting." I don't broadcast on the radio. Okay. No, I'll show you later as far as that goes. No, this radio is a short. I've mentioned this before. This is a small shortwave radio. I do not transmit on this at all. I do not have a shortwave license. I can listen You can buy these radios and listen, but if you don't have a license, you can't. Now, regular CB, this is not a CB, this is a short wave radio. Just to clarify, okay? So, I don't want the wrong impression of the last comment that I accidentally popped up there. Yeah, I know. Just say it, I know. Yeah, there's rules. Thank you, Double J's. Yeah, there's rules. So we're moving on here. So that's the accident. The due process will be taken care of. It's a shame. It's going to come down an accident. I don't think the truck driver intended, but he still has to face the consequences because there is a responsibility driving a car or a vehicle of some sort, especially a tractor trailer. Okay, let's see what else is on the Fox 40 here. We have what's this?
Details
Let's see, socks.
for this year's Sock Out Cancer benefit.
This is an annual event that takes place here in the southern tier of upstate New York. It's called Sock Out Concert 2025 details, and they do this primarily for it's a benefit for cancer. So let's go ahead and see what this one is about.
Benefit concert have been announced. The concert is scheduled for Saturday, October 18th at 7 p.m. at the Forum. This year's concert will feature the music of two of the greatest rock bands of all time, the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Tickets are $45 each and can be purchased online or at the Forum Theater box office. All of the proceeds benefit the cancer patients of Guthrie, UHS, and Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital. Binghamton Mayor Jared Cram says it not only benefits so many people in need, but it's also something that brings the community together and was started right here in Binghamton.
This is a national brand to support cancer survivors, to support families that are going through unimaginable circumstances. We started right here in Binghamton, New York, and it's brought together hospital systems, it's brought together families. And here in Binghamton, coming up in October, we're going to have a fantastic community celebration with two of the great rock and roll bands of all time. And these concerts help celebrate the mission of Sock Out Cancer, but also remind folks again that it was born in Binghamton. This is something that has received praise across New York State, across the United States. The fact that so much of the money stays local as well, helping out Guthrie as well as UHS patients here in Binghamton. City residents have benefited from this nonprofit program.
Details for
Okay, so that's a great annual event. You buy these socks, and the proceeds go to the cancer organizations that fight cancer and stuff like that. And it's a great cause. And there's some neat socks that come out of this too. It's like some very neat socks. Okay. Yeah, the music of two of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time will be filling Broome County's Forum Theater. This Sock Out Cancer benefit features the greatest hits from the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. These must be groups that play them. Concert scheduled for October 18th, which is next Thursday. The funding used for more than just treatment. They use for food, gas, transportation, and housing that assists cancer patients and their families. So it helps assist cancer patients. Greatest rock and two of the greatest. Okay, it's going to be music from the two of the greatest rock and roll bands that they're going to be playing at this concert. So it's a great idea as far as that goes. Let's see, what else do we got here? Let's see. I think that's it. Let's see. A WEBO. The Apple Festival in Newark Valley is taking place. Let's see what this one's about here. Newark Valley is just is in the northern part of Tioga County, and the apples are coming into, they're being harvested. And the 44th annual Newark Valley Apple Festival is set for the next month. The event will be held on Saturday, October 4th, and Sunday, October 5th, at the Belmont Billings Farmstead in Newark Valley. There will be live music, historical portraits, demonstrations, horse and wagon rides, great food, kids activities, and that's up there in Newark Valley. Yeah, apple pie. I agree with that. Double J's apple pie, yummy, 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 yummy. And this is on. This article is on WBNG, or no, WEBO. Um, that's the radio stations. My Hometown News from WEBO. That's the flagship there, and these are the other channels from the Radigan. I listen to WEBO and then this channel right here, 95.3, and they're all part of the Radican Media Group, and they put on. They have some good channels here. And I have no affiliation with it. But I'm just proud to be saying that I do listen to these channels. They're great group of radio stations here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Okay, let's see. I think that's it for or for Fox 40. Let's see. WNBF. Nothing on WNBF. They don't have anything. WBNG. Let's see. WB Channel 12. Let's see. Channel 12. Blues on the Bridge back for the 24th year. What bridge is this?
Washington Street.
What's that?
Binghamton, Washington Street.
Oh, Washington Street Bridge? Blues on the Bridge. Music Festival. Oh, okay. South Washington Street Memorial Bridge on Riverside. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this up. Let me bring this back up again. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this one up. Talks about one of the bridges in Binghamton. There's a couple bridges in Binghamton there. Let's go ahead and bring this one up and see what they have. Blues on the Bridge is back for the 24th year in Binghamton. Another music festival here.
Blues on the Bridge is returning to South Washington Street Memorial Bridge this Saturday. Here to tell us all of the exciting details is founder and music coordinator Donnie Wilkins. Hello, Donnie. How you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Good.
I'm getting really excited. This is a busy week for us.
Yes.
So it's my favorite time of the year. Blues on the Bridge season.
Yeah, this is a huge event. I hear about it every year. So many people go to this every year. So behind us, we kind of have the first one that ever happened. So
This is a picture of the Parlor Cats.
Okay.
Which is one of the first bands we ever had on Blues on the Bridge. And they played about 20 of them. They're local legends. And they won't be here this year because they're all off doing bigger and better things, which is good. But they'll be back.
Well, it's cool to say that they started and when they were smaller, they started here in Binghamton. So this was really on a bridge, this photo
This was on the old Washington Street Bridge. The crowd got so big after a couple years that we had to move it over. We had to move over to Memorial Street Bridge, which actually works out better for us because there's more space. It makes for a natural amphitheater. We have, overflow crowd space over in Confluence Park. It's probably one of the most beautiful places in Binghamton.
Okay.
It's just a wonderful place. The location is the star of the event, really.
So, I haven't talked to most people who don't know what this event is, but really, where is that stage set up and what's kind of set up along the way? I know there's vendors, there's food.
We have that stage at the walkway right there near the Memorial Bridge, right in front of the statue, and we have it pointing west. So the sun is on everybody's backs when they're looking at the stage. That works out pretty good. And the sound and the acoustics right there are really good. We got a great sound company, Dave Brasser, running sound. So everybody's always really happy with the quality of the sound and the stage and the quality of the bands. It's always a great time.
That's funny. I actually know Dave. He's my sister's friend's father.
Oh,
he does
poor
so
dear.
yeah, he does so much sound things. He's a great guy.
Yes, he is.
So I grew up listening to blues. My parents love blues, but why did you decide to, when you were thinking about this, the first one, why blues?
I'm a big blues fan.
Okay.
I play rock and roll. I play everything, but you can't have the rock and roll without the blues. Blues had a baby. They call it rock and roll.
Okay.
We've stretched out over the years to add all kinds of bands, jazz bands, country bands, rock bands, reggae bands. One year we had a ska band. We had a rap band. We stretched the limits. What we're doing is showcasing the best that Binghamton has to offer in the music scene.
Okay, so this event runs for 10 hours, right? It's an all-day event.
Starts at 12 o'clock. We have a surprise at 12 o'clock. We can't mention it right now.
Okay.
It's worth getting there early. We go till 10 o'clock. We had to add on the Bone Crushers.
Okay.
For the last band. They're really good. Heavy Delish and the Bone Crushers. Sorry about that. They got a great guitar player, Daniel Powers. Wait till you see this guy go. Okay. There's something for everybody all day long. It just gets better and better as the day builds up and builds up.
Yeah, I ultimately love the idea of this event. And I know you're not doing this alone. You've had help, building this along the way.
My partner, and really the king of Blues on the Bridge, is Tom Martinos. He's the straw that stirs the drink. Mm-hmm. He won't be with us. He has some health problems this year. He's recuperating nicely. He'll be back.
Okay.
But all our prayers and our hearts go out to Tom. We're doing what Tommy would do. Every time we have an issue, we have to deal with something, we say, what would Tommy do? Okay. And that's what we do.
Well, yeah, I hope that he's feeling better. And I know that he's so happy you're continuing to do this and making it bigger and bigger every year.
His family's stepping up, Ashley and Bill, and they're helping. The show is in good hands.
Okay, perfect. So if kids are coming out, this is a really family event. Or if kids are coming out, do you have a lot of cool food places? Tell me about that, or activities going on along the bridge?
We have the legendary food court, 6 or 7 food vendors. We also have vendors lined up all the way down the bridge on each side. Also, we have things going on in Confluence Park for the kids. And when we're talking about kids, I got to remind everybody that all local drinking laws are in effect, as well as smoking laws. If you're smoking the funny stuff, be aware of what's going on. You don't do that around kids. You don't need to. It's Blues on the Bridge. It's a great event.
Yes, I agree. Thank you for sharing that info too. Yep. And while people are walking around, there's a lot of driving around that event too, and parking can always be a little difficult in Binghamton.
Question.
So do you have some recommendations?
What people don't realize is you can pull up from the north side of Washington Street, which is near the arena side, and then you can pull up right behind the stage, and we have parking all the way down North Shore Drive heading east. We also have parking on the grassy knoll behind the arena. So there's easy access parking. There's also tons of parking garages within walking distance. You can park on the south side and walk across the bridge. So parking really isn't a problem. If you're handicapped, please come up behind the bridge. One of us will direct you to a handicap spot. You don't have to walk too far to get to this thing.
All right. So you do so much work into this event when it comes to the big day. What are you doing on event day? Do you get to enjoy? Because I know you're a blues guy.
I just stress out all day long. I'd stress out. And when the show finally gets going, I can relax a little bit.
Okay.
I've tried to play it a couple times. I've decided I can't do that. That's just so much stress. But I just stress all day long. And then then I finally relax the next day and sleep for about 4 hours.
All right,
4
awesome.
days.
Awesome. Yeah, you get a little vacation from all this planning after right at home.
Yeah.
So tell me the details, what time, where it is again, and things like that.
It's on the Memorial Street Bridge here in Binghamton, the corner of Riverside Drive and Washington Street. Starts at 12 o'clock, ends at 10. There are 8 bands. There's a great sound system. It goes on all day long. The most important thing is it's free. It's free. You can't beat that price.
All right, perfect. Well, I think this is Such an awesome event. Blues music it's so happy feeling. It's so good feeling. And the weather looks pretty good too.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it does.
We've been real lucky. We picked September because it always seems like the best weather is in September, the first 2 weeks.
Okay, we're going to go ahead
Exactly.
And
and
I love this weather when it's cool like this and you can sleep at night. And
Yep.
you know,
volume.
we will have hoodies and t-shirts on sale, so when it gets a little chilly, you're going to want to get your
Okay,
hoodie.
we're going to go ahead and
It's on the
they're
bridge
just
t-shirt to your collection.
talking
All
stuff.
right,
This is
perfect.
an event that's
Well, Lonnie,
in its
thank you so
24th
much
year.
for joining
no,
me
thank
today.
you.
Yes,
And,
I
much.
really
I really
appreciate
appreciate
it.
it. Thank
And
you.
have fun
And,
jamming out.
Okay, thank you.
For those of you who might have missed those details,
There it
Blues
is.
on the Bridge is
That's
excited to
when it's
host its
gonna
annual
happen.
music festival on Saturday, September
As far as that
13th
goes,
from
and
noon
September
to 10 p.m. at the
13th,
South
which is
Washington Street
this
Memorial Bridge
Saturday,
on
as far as
Riverside
that goes,
Drive.
from 12 to 10.
This free all-day event is
And,
dedicated to showcasing the
the
incredible
Memorial
talent
Bridge.
of local
So it's
musicians and
it's
bringing the community
just
together purely for the fun
they
of it.
dedicated it
With
what
great
100
vibes,
years ago
live music,
today.
and
So
a
it's
beautiful
100
riverside
years old.
setting, it's the perfect
So,
way
but
to
this is
spend
the
a September
24th. I'm
Saturday.
surprised they're not
Learn
mentioning
more
the
at
anniversary of the
bluesonthebridge.org.
of the
This is 85 pounds. It's a routine.
the bridge itself. So okay, let's see. And we got somebody that just entered into the chat here. And who is that? Hey, Big Juice. Big Juice coming in from Ohio, the Buckeye State. Good morning, Big Juice. And no, I don't have a bicycle, Big Juice. Sorry about that. Put the cat in the basket. No, no, I don't think that's going to happen, Big Juice. No. Glad to have you here, my friend. Let's see. What else is on WBNG? Let's see. As far as news items that are we got Sock for Cancer. We got that one. Various cruise fight evening blaze at Johnson City Home. When was this? 22 hours ago. Let's sort of see what this one is about. This is in Johnson City, and there's no video, but let's see. Johnson City, New York. Crews called for extra help battling a house fire in Johnson City last night, and this was actually last night, so it'd be Tuesday night. Broome County dispatchers say the call came in at about 7 p.m. News crew says the Johnson City Fire Department was on scene at 103 Thomas Street. The road is blocked off. Fire department worked to put flames out. So very little. And from what I'm depicting from the picture there, it looks like you've got some fire police off to the side. The one guy's coming out. They have a charge supply line to the pumper. And it looks like a booster reel. That doesn't look like an 1 3/4 line. So it might be a small fire. So just one engine as far as that goes. Of course, there's 2 engines there, but they only had 1 engine hooked up. So Johnson City, they're a paid fire department. So, but no follow up. So, okay, let's see on WAAL, the Whale. What do we have here? Okay, Whale doesn't really have too many articles because they're the same articles. There's a couple music ones, but they're not standing out. But that's the radio station here. I always check their page. Let's go to channel 34. Rumble Ponies getting ready for the playoffs. Ooh, let's check this out. What's going on there in sports? Let's see what this is all about. Rumble Ponies, that's a minor league team here in they're out of Binghamton. They're a minor league team for the New York Mets. And let's see what they have. They're in the playoffs. Let's see.
Excitement is building as the Rumble Ponies prepare to try and bring another championship trophy to Binghamton. The team is currently 40-23 and leading the second half divisional standings by 4.5 games over Somerset. President and former owner David Sabatka says it's been a magical season, with the Ponies on pace to record the most victories ever by a Binghamton professional baseball team. And even though many of the stars from the first half of the season have been called up to the Major League New York Mets, the Rumble Ponies have kept on winning. Sabatka says the players could really use the fan support in the upcoming playoff games as they try to join the Binghamton High School basketball team and Black Bears hockey team as champions this year.
Come on out, Binghamton. Support your Rumble Ponies. This is a generational team, and they deserve the support of the entire Southern Tier.
Sabatka says with tickets under $20, he'd love to see a full stadium when the team hosts its playoff games. The Ponies start their final homestand tonight against Portland, with the season ending on Sunday. Then they start the playoffs on the road next Tuesday, likely against Somerset. Game 2 of the best of 3 will be at Marabito Stadium on Thursday, September 18th, with a third game, if necessary, on Friday. Should they make the championship series, the Rumble Ponies would host the first game on Sunday, September 21st, with games 2 and 3 on the road.
So the Rumble Ponies looks like they're headed to the playoffs once again. They're a great Met organization. The current Met manager used to manage the Binghamton Rumble Ponies, and there's quite a few players that do come out of Binghamton to go play for the New York Mets. And I know, Captain Rehab, if you're still there, they're trailing the Phillies, which they're eating it up there. As far as Phillies, they're a good baseball organization themselves. So there we have a little baseball news. We do have a minor league baseball team here in the Southern Tier, and they're a pretty good one, pretty decent one there. Okay, let's see. This is off of Binghamton Hometown Page, Channel 34. That's a good one right there on the sports side. Tauga Art Council. Let's see. That's just let's see. Oh, we got 4 restored carousels. Let's see if we get something out of here. Carousel being the merry-go-rounds and stuff like that. So this is a second article from Channel 34. Full disclosure, no affiliation with Channel 34, but they have some good articles there. Carousels are very important to the Southern Tier. The Broome County, Johnson City, Binghamton, Endicott, they all have carousels. It's called the area is considered the carousel capital of the world. There's like 6 active. They're over 100 years old, each carousel. And they're restored some of the horses there. Let's see what this has to.
4 retired carousel horses have new life thanks to a collaboration between local artists, a local foundation, and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Several years ago, the Ponies acquired the horses from the city of Binghamton. Many years ago, they were on display on downtown city sidewalks. The Broome County Arts Council, with support from the Binghamton Arts and Athletics Community Fund, commissioned 4 local artists to repaint the horses, which will now be on display at every Marabito Stadium entrance during Rumble Ponies games. Ann Pellegrino, who works under the title Spot Girl Design, decorated the horse sponsored by the Arts Council.
I found this project really satisfying, really exciting. Anytime the visual arts get a focus in Binghamton, we artists get real excited. We just kind of want to make artwork and share it with people, so a project like this is a perfect opportunity.
Artists Emily Hare, Jesse Ryan, and Amara decorated horses on behalf of the BAACF, the Greater Binghamton Chamber, and the Rumble Ponies. Horses were stripped and prepared by Don Miller.
So there we have the Rumble Ponies. They've got 4 carousel horses. They have been retired. They're no longer on the carousel. And I love the carousels. Carousels are a great diamond in the rough, so to speak, here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and had some great artwork there on those carousel horses and stuff. It's just history right there. Been around longer than I've been alive and stuff like that. Okay, so that's I think that's it for channel 34. Okay, let's go to WENY. Let's see, coming up. Okay, WENY. What do we got here on WENY? Let's see. And I'm not seeing anything on WENY. Let me just check real quick here on the local. No. Let's see, Cornell. Let's see, how long is this one? This one's 4 minutes.
All right,
let me see. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. This one's on the Cornell Harvest Festival up there in Cornell. Cornell is part of the Southern Tier, and it's to the west of here. Cornell is probably about a 30-minute ride, 35. It's right after Elmira there. So, well, maybe about 40, 45 minutes and stuff like that. So this is off of WENY. This is another festival that's taking place this autumn. It gives you an idea what Corning looks like. Corning Glass Works is there in Corning, and you got the University of Cornell, very good university. And let's see what this one has to say about the Harvest Festival returning this month.
All right, Catherine, thanks so much. Well, we are joined by David Golier from Explore Stu Ben because we wanted to tell you guys as the fall season approaches, there's so much going on in Corning's Gaffer District. Dave, thank you for waking up bright and early with us. I know it's probably the last thing anyone wants to do, but we have to highlight what's going on this fall. Let's take it away with, we want to talk about Fall Fest, but I know we also want to talk about something else too. I'll let you lead with that one.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot going on, as you said. Two of the biggest events that are really popular in fall are Wings and Wheels out in Hammondsport, and that's this weekend. So that's this Saturday, September 13th, from 10 to 4, and it's part car show, part seaplane show. Okay. So you've got classic American cars, exotic European cars, kind of around the village square and down Sheether Street all the way to the lake. And then in Depot Park, right on the lake, you have a bunch of seaplanes lined up. There's competition. So they have a bomb drop, which is actually a grapefruit drop. Try to get as close to a target as you can. Okay. There's the quickest takeoff and the closest landing. So there's a competition. There's, there's food. There is you can vote for your favorite cars. Awesome. So it's just a fun event. There's a parade, tribute to Glenn Curtis, because he kind of helped develop seaplanes on Keuka Lake. So there's that also, and it's just a lot of fun. And it's a nod to local history.
That's a lot of fun. Let's skip ahead to next weekend, September 19th and 20th, back in Corning's Gaffer District. We have the return of Harvest Festival for the 2025 year. It's kind of like the official welcome of fall. Tell us what we can expect from kickoff on Friday through the whole 2-day event.
Yeah, so Friday it's from 4 to 9, and there's live music from 4:30 to 7:30. I think there's different acts on every block, which is a lot of fun. There's vendors, so the Market Street's all blocked off. So it's part festival, part farm market, and then on Saturday from 10 in the morning until 7 o'clock, it goes on Saturday. And music is actually from 10 to 7:30 on Saturday. There's over a dozen different acts. So it's a great way to get out. Get some local produce. There's really a celebration of the harvest time of year, as well as the vendors and stuff like that. There's food options outside. There's just a lot of, and again, it's a lot of family fun.
Yeah, and it's a great way to explore small towns. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people come in and out of town for events like this, from NASCAR to these moments in Corning's Gaffer District. Tell me about these hay rides. That feels really fall to me. What can we expect? Where's the route? Where's it taking us?
The route, I'm not particularly sure. Sorry about that. But it is fun, and it's more, you kind of touched on it. It's kind of a traditional thing, right? So those small towns have these nostalgic traditional events and happenings, and the hayride is perfectly part of that, whether you go to an actual farm and take a tour. A lot of them, in the area do that, or you actually go to an event like this and you can get on that wagon and kind of ride around, and just kind of slow down a little bit, and just kind of really enjoy the small town charm and fun.
Awesome. And what's something you're most looking forward to at Harvest Fest? And is it either new, a repeat, like something? What stands out to you right now, and what are you most excited for, and why?
I think I love the energy. I guess so. That's part of it. It's just you're out and about, and you can't not get caught up in the energy of it. And then, I think free music is pretty cool. And I mean, you've got so many different acts that you can kind of walk down the street and find something that you like. And like I said, on Saturday, there are over a dozen different options. So there's really a lot there to have, and to be able to enjoy it outside. That's just, that's something that's kind of hard to replicate,
Yes. And I guess my final question is, do you think it's going to be the welcoming of fall for the Gaffer District? Would you really call it the kickoff of fall here in the Southern Tier, with a way to welcome in the early holidays?
Yeah, I think so. Farm markets are kind of winding down over the next 5 or 6 weeks. And really this transition, the harvest and the wineries has already started. So, the farmers are doing that as well, harvesting. So I think it really is, seasonally that time. And it's a great transition from summer fun to fall fun.
Yeah. So we're all looking forward to that, from Wings and Wheels this weekend in Hammondsport to the Harvest Festival for 2025 next weekend, September 19th and 20th.
Okay, so you can see there's a lot of events going on over in Binghamton and also Corning. You mentioned the hay rides. Yep, there's hay rides going on with the local farms showing off the pumpkin harvest, the apple harvest. And over on Channel 18, Finger Lake winemakers anticipate a good harvest. They talked about the wine. Well, this is a time where they harvest the grapes. There's the Finger Lakes is a great wine area. They're anticipating a great harvest this year.
Yeah,
as far as so that's good. So let's listen to let's go to Channel 18. That's out of Elmira, New York, here to the west of where I'm at. They're going to be talking about the wineries up there in the Finger Lakes. A great area. Been up there quite a few times here, the missus and me, over the last year or so, and traveling up to Buffalo. And here we go.
Finger Lakes are now starting to harvest some of their grape crops. 18 News reporter Stefan Ayanian learned that the recent cool weather is a positive sign.
The sun is out, and so are the grapes, which are seen as good signs for winemakers.
We've had a pretty good year. We started out, April got very dry, got warm. It kind of got us started. May was kind of wet and cool, which slowed things down a little bit. And then we hit June and July. We dried out. We got really warm, kind of helped the grapes move right along.
So far, with that sunny weather, we've had really good sugar accumulation. And also really clean fruit due to the lack of rain and full sunlight. We've had the disease pressure has been low. And because of the cooler nights, because of that cooler air coming in, the nights have been much cooler than normal. That is retaining a lot of acidity.
Summer temperatures don't really have an effect on harvest as much. They do help the vine grow and make what it needs to do to grow.
Last year's summer season saw periods of heat that helped with crop production. This year's weather means things had to be done differently.
Kind of the biggest change we have from last year to this year is more southern Finger Lakes, we dealt with a lot of rain in May. Right here, we were over 15 inches of rain in May, which is almost half of our yearly precipitation. So that made keeping the vine healthy was very troublesome.
We've had to spray less, a little less due to the good weather and the lack of rain. But otherwise, we're just moving a little more quickly in the cellar just to get stuff in.
So there we have it. The wine, the grapes on the vines are looking pretty fine this year, as far as that goes. And like I said, the Finger Lake area is a great wine producing area. New York wines are pretty good, and I think they're just as good as. Would you agree? Yep, the missus agrees too. Okay, so there we have there on the channel 18 out of Elmira, story about the wineries. Great area to visit. Let's see, what else do we have up there for local? And Big Juice says, let's see, what's Big Juice say? You could, I don't know. You eat the grapes, they're but yeah, go visit in the wineries. They have wine tasting things there. You could totally. They have where you get on a bus, you go from winery to winery. That's a safe way. You don't want to be drinking and driving. Don't drink and don't drive. Don't drive if you're drinking, okay? But you want to be on one of those bus tours. They have those wine bus tours that you could end up getting feeling happy. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? That's up in the Finger Lakes area and stuff like that. Again, it's up here in upstate New York, southern tier of upstate New York. And let's see, Penny Saver. Anything on the Penny Saver? No, nothing really. It's a weekly thing. Let's see. WKGB, the new iPhone 17 model. Other new Apple products revealed. Okay, if you're into the Apple thing, I guess that's out. I'm not going to go into the article. Let's see. Kiss 104. Same articles on WAAL and WNBF. There's nothing really there today. Let's see. Let's visit our bizarre thief reported in Hamburg, New York. That's out of, let's go ahead and, this is from County 106.5, Buffalo's #1 for country. Let's go ahead and, let me bring this one up. This is a bizarre. What's bizarre? Let's see what's bizarre about this.
Stealing undies off the clothesline.
Yeah, bizarre. The word bizarre has me intrigued there. So this is out of. We might end on this one. Let's see how bizarre this is. Let's see. This is an article I'm going to read. Let's see. There was a bizarre theft that has been reported on social media that allegedly took place in Hamburg, New York recently. Well, then Hamburg is just south of Buffalo, just outside Buffalo. While many people seem to reporting individuals stealing cars or what is inside them, this crime involves what is on the outside. In recent reports on Nextdoor, a person reports that his front license plate was stolen. Oh, they're stealing the license plates. There has been more and more cars stolen across New York State and right here in Buffalo, New York area. Thieves are becoming bold as cars are being stolen from driveways in broad daylight in some cases. Those who are caught seem to be back out stealing again in a short amount of time. Well, of course, that's what cash bail. They need to get rid of cash bail here in New York State. Yeah. They need to get rid of cash bail. There's no purpose in it. The criminals just get out and they do more crime. But they're back stealing again in short amount of time, which is even more frustrating for residents. But the thieves of the license plates can take a whole new legal turn if things are not handled or reported quickly. This sort of crime, license plate theft, can be an issue if the plate is attached to another car that could be involved in an accident or goes through the easy pass with your plate. Oh, that's why they're stealing the license plate, because then they switch the license plate, and the interstate here, the tolls, it's an easy pass. So they take a picture of that's why there's an influx. There's it gets charged to that license plate. In New York State, the vehicle and traffic law calls for registration and 2 plates. You have to have 2 plates. New York certification of registration, and it has to be displayed, one on the front, one on the rear of such vehicles, each secured, fastened, so as to prevent the same from swinging in place. Whenever responsible, possibly not higher than the 48 inches and not lower than 12 inches from the ground. But each plate is unique to the car, and it's assigned to, according to the post about the plate theft on Nextdoor. You might have to deal with the insurance company if the thieves do wreck the car. The accident is reported that thief immediately. The advice is to report the thief of your license plate immediately to the police and the DMV. There are forms and procedures. So the quicker you do that, you're covered on that aspect. And let's see, Double J's thought with modern technology like homographs and stuff, stolen plates are you? No, not here in the States. They even. If they I think if they take a picture of the license plate and then, like, if you have something affixed to your windshield, yeah, but I don't think they've gotten that close to it. So it's just license plates, Double J. As far as
tickets, sometimes some places they take a picture of your license plate.
Right.
They mail you a ticket.
Yeah. Those cameras that ticket, that's the same thing. The DMV notes that if the plates were lost, stolen, or destroyed in New York State, ask the New York State police agencies to complete a report of loss. So if you fill out a report immediately, okay, even if it's lost, stolen, or confiscated, was it Form MV 778B? There's a lot of forms at DMV. The form is only available from law enforcement. Oh, okay. So you can't get this from the DMV. You got to get it from law enforcement. It's not available on the DMV website. So that form, you have to actually call the police and have it filled out. So that's an interesting article. I until I read this article, I never thought if I lost a license plate, okay, but there's people up in Hamburg. I guess it's become a problem that such the article. So it's a good public service announcement here. Just in New York State, you have to have 2 plates. Now, Pennsylvania, you only have to have 1 plate, and it has to be attached to the rear. So there are some states you only have to have 1 plate, but New York State. So if you're missing one of your plates and you're in New York State, the license plate thieves have stolen the license plate. So be careful. Get that report done so you don't get unduly sent a toll from the a car gets in an accident and they take the information from that license. Actually, I'm not sure the license plates. I know, Double J, they don't line up with the registration that's in the windshield either. So that's. Oh, do they? Yeah. Oh, is that the barcode? It's probably.
No, but a license plate will come back registered too.
Okay, so they do match up. I'm wrong on that. She knows. Okay, so that's an interesting article up there in Buffalo, and as far as that goes, so I'm glad I looked at it and stuff like that. So you never know. You never know. I'll be making sure before I go out the driveway I have 2 license plates now. That's interesting. That is very interesting, because somebody could steal the car, and if they're traveling from Albany, they steal a car in Albany and they're going to or from Buffalo and they're going to Albany or down to New York City, they put somebody else's license plate on it. They must use technology to stop people using. They could, but it costs money. and this state is not going to spend the
criminals are always a step ahead.
Yeah, the criminals are always step ahead, like the missus said there, Double J. So, it's just like the state, they get so much money. You wouldn't believe how much New York State gets, the tax money they throw in and stuff like that. And let's see, Big Juice, what's the last time you've been? I was there this past spring. I was up there this past spring in Buffalo. We took a trip up there. I usually go up there once or twice a year, as far as that goes. So Buffalo is what, about 3.5? 3 hours. It's 3 hours from where I'm at here. So we go up, we go 86, and then we go up to the thruway. What's that, 280?
Well, no, we go up
86.
390.
Huh?
Up 390.
Oh, 390, yeah. 86, 390, and then we take 90. Then we take 90 or else Route 20. Sometimes if it's a nice day out during the daytime, I'll take Route 20 going across because there's some nice country up there as far as that goes. So how am I here? Okay, let's see. So that was on our Buffalo channel there, Country 106.5 WYRK. We haven't had an article there, but that just got my interest. It's bizarre. That is a bizarre crime. I would have never thought about that. So let's see. The other Buffalo channel, Power 93.3. Let's see. What do we have? Anything? Nope, nothing there. And let's see, nothing there. And I think we're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we're at the end of the broadcast here, folks. That was a good ending article there about make sure you keep tabs on your license plates. I would have never thought about that. I never, it's just that word bizarre, bizarre. It's like in Hamburg. I know where Hamburg is up there in Buffalo. Okay, so we are at the end of another fantastic broadcast with some fantastic people that were in the chat. And I'd like to thank them as far as that goes, as far as starting with Tony D, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Tina, for being here in the chat. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you, Michael Bathurst made a presence on the Rumble side, and greatly appreciate him. Michael, thank you very much. And let's see, going down the list, we talked about football there. Oh, you know what? I didn't even go over I didn't talk about sports. Oh, back up. Time out. We got to do the sports here, folks. I forgot about the football. Let's see, baseball. We talked about. Let's do the sports real quick here. I'm sorry. Captain Rehab, you still there? I'm sorry. I forgot about sports. Let's end with sports then. Major League Baseball here. We had Monday night. We had the Phillies beat the Mets. Damn. 1-0. Close game there. The Yankees did not play Monday night. Last night, the Yankees lost to the Tigers 12-2. Phillies beat the Mets again. 9. Oh, geez, those Mets. Come on, Mets. And today, let's see, we're going to have, who do we have playing? The Yankees will be playing the Tigers today at 7:05. And Mets and Phillies will be going at it at 6:45. So there we have it for baseball, Major League Baseball. Now the NFL, we had 16 games, and let's see. I think I gave all the scores. The Monday night game, Minnesota ended up winning the Monday night game. As far as that goes, they beat the Bears in Soldier Field 27-24. Close game there. Bills won 41-40 over the Ravens. A great game there. That was a close game. Rams beat the Texans. Packers beat the Lions. Broncos beat the Titans. Seahawks lost to the 49ers. That was a close game, 17-13. Raiders beat the Patriots. Bengals and Browns, close game, 17-16. Bengals won. Buccaneers won a close one, 23-20 over the Falcons. Giants lost decisively against the Washington, 21-6. Saints lost to the Cardinals, 20-13. That's a close one. Jaguars beat the Panther, 26-10. Chiefs lost to the Chargers, yay, down there in Brazil, 27-21. Cowboys lost to the Eagles, 24-20. That's a close game. And what is it? What is it? The overall scores. Okay, I ended up finishing 8 wins, 8 losses. Okay, and let's see. Brian, he had the lowest, 5 wins, 11 losses. He didn't do too good. And then Tina, she did 7 wins, 9 losses. Tony, let's see. Ted Hicks, he had 12 wins, 4 losses. Tony D had 11 wins, 5 losses. So Ted won him. Captain Rehab, you had 13 wins and 3 losses. Oh, Michael had 11 wins and 5 losses there too. He was just below Ted. But Captain Ree had 3 wins and 1 loss. Or 3 wins and 3 losses. Or 13 wins. 13 and 3. Captain Rehab was. But he was tied with CBS. Presco, he got 13 and 3. So congratulations, Captain Rehab. You just cleaned up there, my friend. You're right up there with Presco from CBS Sports. He's we consider him the expert, and that's pretty good if you only lost 3. So Captain Rehab is in the lead as we start the win losses. I've got his picks. I got Tony's picks. I got Tina's picks. Michael, I got to get his picks for this week, and Ted, and I got to make my picks. Okay, so continuing on, we got the sports in. I want to say thank you to Judge Shady Court. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Follow her over on YouTube, Judge Shady Court. And we had Tim Fan 40 who popped in. Thank you, Tim Fan 40, coming in from Michigan. Greatly appreciated. Captain Rehab, our good friend from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Thank you, Captain Rehab. Again, congratulations on winning week 1. Well, you tied CBS, but you beat Tony. I think that's all you're concerned about, right? You can rub it into Tony. Let's see. I think that's it as far as. Double J's. Thank you, Double J's, coming in from you bringing up the end of it. So thank you, Double J's. You have a good hump day yourself. Catch you on the next one. That's this Friday, on the Friday morning, and take care and watch your license plates. Lots of laughing. Good advice, my friend. Double J is coming in from an undisclosed location from the west or from the southern hemisphere somewhere. I don't want to know. It's like Double J's is a good friend. He's a good guy. Thank you, Double J's. Appreciate it. And thank you for those people that were watching the broadcast. Greatly appreciate it as well. And you all have a great one. Those that are listening on the we repurposed the audio over on Spotify for creators on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. Thank you for the listens. That will be posted up here shortly as soon as we get done with the live broadcast. And I want to say thank you for the folks that are on X. We have 8 people on X. We are finishing up on Kick with, was it 1 person? 2 people. We have 2 people on Kick. Thank you, Kick. You always come through with 2 people. Thank you very much. And and we're also finishing up, as you can see up here, we have 1 person on Rumble, 1 person on Local, nobody on YouTube, 1 person on Twitch. That fluctuates up to 1 to 5, but we still have 8 people over there on X Live. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. I am Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich over there on X. If you want to know all the other platforms I'm on, just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where I'm at. And I do appreciate it. And with that, this is, you all have a great one as we're halfway through the week, as we're working towards the weekend, and see what happens towards the weekend. You all have a great Wednesday, folks. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. Ciao for now. Thanks again, Double J's. and Captain Rehab. Big Juice. Thank you, guys.